Hey you guys, so today's video is going to be a quick tutorial. I say quick now, but it's probably going to be like 15 minutes like all my other videos. It's going to be a tutorial on this look I'm wearing today using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour palette, which has been my favorite palette for like the past month. If you guys don't have this palette, don't worry, you can probably find really similar eyeshadows in palettes that you already have. So yeah, if you guys want to know how to do this look, then let's just get right into it. Let's do it. Alright, what am I doing? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to start out with this shade called Ludwin, and I'm going to take this on a big fluffy brush. This is the Smith 232, and I'm just going to apply this as a base shadow. This is the only eyeshadow in the palette that I'm having a problem with because it's not as like smooth and buttery as the other ones for some reason. No idea why. If you guys have this palette, have you noticed that? Anyways, just swiping this right across my eye. I'm using this because it matches my skin tone and it's just going to help the other eyeshadows blend over on top of it. I'm going to be taking this kind of cooler taupe color down here called Latinus, and I'm going to be taking this on the Smith 247. And this is just a more kind of smaller, more precise blending brush, and it's a little more dense, so I'm just going to be packing this in the crease and blending it out. So I'm just looking down and kind of seeing where my eye naturally creases, and I'm just placing it right there. I'm going to be using kind of this orangey shade right here called Lattice. Is that? I don't know, man. Kat Von D and her eyeshadow names driving me crazy. And I'm just going to use this shade to blend out what we just put in the crease. And I'm using the same brush that we put the first color on with. I'm just making sure that that crease color is all blended out. Kind of extending it just slightly past the end of my eye, just to kind of give it a more elongated effect. I'm blending all the way in towards the corner. I'm going to go back in with Latinus, that kind of taupey, warm brown shade, and I'm just going to place this on the outer V. I'm just going to drag it onto my lid just slightly. So I'm just connecting it from the outer corner down to my lid, to my lash line. And I'm blending it about 1/3 of the way into my lid. And I'm doing this because I want to put a darker color there in just a minute, and this is just going to help everything blend together without looking too harsh. You guys, these Smith brushes are so freaking nice. I thought I was good at eyeshadow blending before, but then I got these brushes and I was like, God damn, I can pretend to be a blending pro with these brushes. I'm also kind of just slightly bringing this back into my crease again, but not all the way across. I'm going to take that same eyeshadow brush and just go into this darker color called Citry. And I'm just going to use this to deepen up that outer V like I was just talking about. So I'm just going to kind of angle my head backwards so I can really see that crease. I'm just going to slowly build up the color. You don't want to start out with a bunch of that darker color because if you start out with too much, then it's just going to get muddy. It's going to be hard to fix it, so just start out with a little bit and kind of dip your brush into more of the product if you need to build up the color. So I'm basically just placing this where we just put that lighter color, just in the outer V, kind of sweeping it onto my lid. Just slightly. So now I'm going to this shade over here on the end called Samael or Samael, I don't know. I'm taking this on a flat eyeshadow brush called the 253 by Smith. Just patting this on my lid just to kind of clean any fallout that might have happened. I'm trying to kind of brighten up the first 2/3 of my lid. So I'm just kind of patting this all the way up to the crease. And then when I get to that outer third, I'm just going to kind of blend the two together by just slightly tapping. Now I'm going into this almost white shade right here in the middle called Celios. I'm just taking this on that same flat brush. I'm just placing this in the very inner corner of my eye, and I'm just blending it out. Also going to bring this slightly onto my lid, but not too much. And I'm taking it and I'm kind of dragging it underneath my lower lash line about 1/3 of the way. And I'm also going to highlight my brow bone with just a tiny amount of this. It's really, really pigmented, so I'm just going to tap off the excess and then just bring it underneath my brow bone. Using this same brush, I'm going to continue doing stuff on the lower lid. I'm going to go in with that dark color that we used before in the outer V called Citri or Citri, whatever. And I'm just going to drag this underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to connect it with this outer V up here. I'm just going to extend it to the outer third of my eye. And I'm leaving this part right here blank. Going in with this little fluffy blending brush, the 247 again, and then I'm going in with that cool brown shade called Latinus, the one that we used in the crease. I'm going to blend out what I just did in the outer third. So I'm just going to slightly run this over the top of that, and I'm going to bring it in to meet with this white. And this is just going to blend everything out, and it's going to kind of help it look a little less harsh. Now I'm going to be taking this Inglot 77 black gel liner and this tiny little eyeliner brush by Smith. It is the 202. I'm just going to be doing some winged eyeliner. Just going to start at the outer edge, make that line, and then connect it to my lid. I would try to talk you through this step, but let's be honest, I can't even like breathe and do winged liner at the same time. So can't really talk and do it. So I'm just gonna speed right through this. So I'm going to take this NYX Wonder Pencil in the lightest color. I'm going to use this to line my waterline. This is just going to really open up your eye and make your eyes look bigger and brighter. And for mascara, I'm going to be using this L'Oreal Voluminous Hydrofuge. I'm going to be wearing false eyelashes today, but they're pretty kind of thin and natural looking lashes, so I'm going to do kind of my normal amount of mascara because they don't make that huge of a difference. You'll see what I'm talking about. So these are the lashes I'm going to be using today. These are the Kiss 02s. And I'm going to be using this Duo Lash Adhesive. And just going to pop this on. These are really easy to apply without tweezers. Usually I do use tweezers, but these are just super thin and lightweight and they just like form to your eyelashes really nicely somehow. So as you can see, these are just really natural looking lashes. I do like to use these just because I feel like they help fill out my lashes more. They make them look a little more thick. So I'm just going in with that mascara and just kind of helping blend the lashes in with my natural lashes. And typically I would go over the band with some eyeliner again, but this glue dries pretty clear, so it's not that big of a deal. And this is what the eye looks like when everything is all said and done. Alright you guys, so that's it for the eye tutorial today. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you guys are on the fence about whether you should get this palette or not, I think you definitely should. I was kind of skeptical about it at first just because I felt like it was something that I kind of collectively already had in all my other palettes, but you guys, I'm telling you, I've been using this every day, every single day, and I've had it for like 3 weeks. So it's pretty great. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!